All right, folks, buckle in. We got a double plea felony case on deck. And this one's layered from waived appeals to stacked case numbers. This defendant is already deep in legal quicksand. See if he can claw his way out with probation, or if prison is a done deal.
Defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney. Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Joshua Anzadua. All right. On this case, there's only a plea on one case. Is that correct?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think so. I think they either PXE the other ones.
Is there a plea on two cases in this?
Yes.
Okay. Just let me get the papers in order. All right. The court is calling 2024 CR 3794 and 2024 CR 006799 State versus Joshua Anzadua. Could I have parties announce? And are you Joshua Anzadua? All right. You entered a plea in each of these cause numbers. According to your plea bargain agreement in each case, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your applications. These cases will run concurrent.
So here's the breakdown: 10 years max on each case, but they'll run concurrently, meaning the time runs together, not one after the other. Sounds like a win, not quite, but multiple charges and past convictions in play. Even concurrent sentencing can stack heavy consequences.
Consideration 2024 CR 006796, 2024 CR 006798, 2024 CR 007768. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, sir.
Any objections to the PSI report? State? Defense?
One minor correction we saw there, Judge, on the portion talking about criminal history. I think it indicated that he had a juvenile record. He does not have a juvenile record.
Oh,
I think somebody just marked yes when they meant to mark no, but I didn't see anything else that I saw that was problematic or objectionable.
all right. And then there was also a Tacoma screening completed and a TAP evaluation. Any objections to those documents? Defense?
No, Your
State? All right. Are there any?
Now we're into witness territory and a mom. And this isn't just a character witness. This is an emotional anchor. Her job: show the judge that her son has a support system and maybe, just maybe, a shot at redemption.
Do you have any witnesses? All right. Defense, you may call your first witness. Hello. Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you doing this morning? Well, this afternoon. Yeah.
swearing.
Yes, I am. Could you raise your right? Are you going to swear in? Yeah. All right. Could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record. All right. Thank you. Defense, you may proceed.
Hello, Miranda. How are you? Just introduce yourself. You are Joshua's mother. Is that correct?
Yes.
They say you know him whole life.
Yes, I do.
So, ma'am, where is Joshua living now?
He resides with me 279 years.
And how long has he been living with you? So about 4 or 5 months.
4 months. 5 months.
How are things going at home with Joshua?
Good.
Has he helped around the house?
Yes.
Ma'am, you understand what we're here for today, is that correct? And some serious offenses, some serious crimes that we're asking for probation.
Yeah.
Is it your desire to that Joshua gets probation?
Yes. It is.
Do you think Joshua is somebody that needs help?
I know sometimes I get. But he's good.
Has he been pretty good with you?
Yeah. He's good for me.
If you know, is Joshua working or up till recently was he working?
He was working with
Okay. Since he's been living with you, I know he's in jail, awaiting trial in these cases and everything. Have you had any problems with him at your house?
No.
Thank you. Your Honor, we'll pass witness.
Any questions?
No. Go back into jail. Before he went to prison, yes.
Oh, I just have a few questions. Hi.
Hi.
I just have a few questions
Yes.
because I'm always interested in trying to perhaps figure out why people do what they do. That way it can help me with some determination sometime.
The judge's curveball, the psychology question. Why do you think he turned to crime? This isn't small talk. It's the court probing the root cause, environment, choices, trauma. The answers can sway everything from sentencing to rehab mandates.
Wrong in his life. Why is he doing these things?
I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
And
All right. And how old is your son now?
the son is good.
No, how old is he? All right. All right. So this is what I want to tell you. Um, I do appreciate your testimony, and just know that your testimony was well received. So whatever decision I make in this case, I don't want you to feel guilty about it, that maybe you should have said something else, or maybe you could have done something else. Because at some point in time, children are adults, right? So yeah.
I'm expecting positive. I'm not
Okay.
expecting negative
Okay.
from all of this, and I want him to be better.
Okay.
From
All right. Thank you so much for coming down. All right. Well, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right. Defense?
Josh, we just heard a little bit from your mom about you. You know what we're here on today, correct? There's some pretty serious offenses in front of this court, some felonies, and you're facing a decade's prison. You understand that? Okay. Let's start in the past. We're not trying to hide anything. You went to prison in the past. Is that correct? What'd you go to prison for? Sorry. And anything else? Or okay. And just to clarify, were you revoked from the drug probation at the same time you were sentenced to prison on the burglary? Okay. How long did you go to prison for? Did you do the full term? Okay. When did you get out of prison? 22. So Joshua, since you got out of prison, have you used drugs or narcotics of any type? What were your drugs of choice, sir? Amphetamines? I mean, the last time you used methamphetamines. Well, let me phrase it this way. When did you most recently get out of their county jail? Last year, 2024? In that time, from December 2024 to today, we're almost at the end of March 2025, have you used drugs? Your drug test today, would you be positive or negative? Sorry, no pun intended, but if you're positive, you would be negative. Okay. Joshua, I want you to tell the court why do you think you're deserving of probation in this case? Are you working right now? When's the last time you were working? And you got locked up. How long were you locked up? Roughly, okay. So my apologies. So you're locked up for a significant amount of time. If you are fortunate enough to get probation, Joshua, you understand that this judge could support people.
Court is dangling a life raft rehabilitation over incarceration, but don't miss the subtext. Here, this judge has heard it all before he's testing not just Joshua's words, but his sincerity. And let's be real, the judge can smell a performance a mile away.
Would you be accepting it if that was one of the options that Judge Boyd played? And so you're willing to accept treatment? Joshua, is there anything else you want to tell the court or myself or anyone before I hand you over the question about the CDA laws? All right, we'll pass this witness.
State?
You said you have treatment alcohol. You say in your pre-sentence investigation that they questioned you about your sentence. You say the police like attacked me. I was trying to get off the bus. I am a victim. That's what you said. Is that what you believe?
All right. I'll have a few questions if there are no objections.
No objection. Sorry.
All right. So did you have a chance to read page 6 of the PSI report? Did you have a chance to read page 6 of the PSI report? All right.
We went over the PSI. Maybe we need to see what page.
Oh, just 1 second.
I'm sorry, Judge.
I think I may have it. Oh, I have an extra copy.
Yeah, I did go over this with him. This is, I believe, a statement by the Metropolitan Police Officer.
Okay. Have you had a chance to, could you read that to yourself? So you've read that. How do you feel about that? But I mean, when you read that, do you hear what are you internalizing what he's saying? Yeah, he just sounds as though he's given up. He's like, I have been doing this for 30 years. My job here is done. He's not going back. Do you think he would feel that way if this had not happened to him? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about his injuries? What injuries did he have? All right. You say they were trying to arrest you. How were they trying to arrest you? And so when you were trying to step off the bus and you're saying that they didn't tell you what you were arrested for, what did you do? All right. So what did you do? And how did you do that? Not, I guess, I mean, you were there. I wasn't there. Your attorney wasn't there. The state wasn't there. So how did you try to do that? So you're saying his injuries because he stumbled and that had nothing to do with you. And if it didn't have anything to do with you, let me know. I am not holding it against you. I just am trying to figure out what your thoughts were on that day. Well, you're saying he stumbled. How did he stumble? Okay. All right. Any other questions, defense?
It's found on this. That's, on the bus, there was two officers, correct? If you remember, Josh, did y'all all end up on the ground at some point? Were you inside the bus or outside the bus? It was outside the bus, so it's like on the sidewalk of the pavement or something? Okay. Did they try to rescue on the bus or off the bus? On the bus, and then outside the bus. How long did all this happen from the point where they tried to arrest you to the point where you were tased? If you had to guess. Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any follow-up, State?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any other witnesses?
Nothing further, that's Your Honor. Just
All right. The court will hear argument. All right. Defense.
Your Honor, the defense is asking for probation, either deferred or even straight probation for the conviction in this matter. Even if that involves inpatient treatment, static for safety up front, we're not opposed to it, Your Honor. Mr. Enzaldua has a history, and it's unfortunate that we're here today again. I know you don't like to hear the word that mistakes were made and everything else. These were very unfortunate choices. Your Honor, I believe he is taking responsibility for what has happened. The court has instruction, the sole discretion as far as what needs to happen here. He's facing up to the decade in prison. It's a very long time. Person to follow. But I would suggest that he would be better served, the community would be better served if he was placed on probation. TC is a place to go. There are certain cases that are warranted for it. However, in this particular case, Judge, I think it's clear there's a drug issue, drinking issue, everything else. In a short time he's been out, he's done okay. I think he will be successful on probation if he's granted. For those reasons, Your Honor, we're asking place him on probation. If the court sees fit to order him to inpatient treatment, but Your Honor, we're begging, pleading not to send him to prison.
Do you think you need inpatient treatment? Well, no, I mean, when you were talking before, you had requested outpatient treatment.
I've never had it before, so
all right. I don't think that probation is appropriate in this case, so I'm not going to grant probation. I'm going to find you guilty in each cause number. I'll hear any argument to time.
yes, Your Honor. I know the state's asking for 10 years for the judge. We have a wide range, anywhere from 2 years all the way up to 10 years. Your Honor, we would ask on the lower end that no more than 5 years. Again, I think his friends will be somebody that suffers with demons. He would benefit from treatment. We understand where the court's coming from by not granting probation. But Judge, we're open, begging that the court said that if that's something less than 10 years, we would suggest a sentence of 5 years or less.
And state. All right. So I'm looking at your previous history, which is a part of the PSI. You have a previous resisting arrest, search, or transportation. On that case, you were given deferred adjudication. You were revoked. Then you have a driving while intoxicated. You were given jail time. You have an evading arrest, detention, jail time. All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in prison in each cause number. They will run concurrently. Taking consideration 2024 CR 006796, 2024 CR 006798, 2024 CR 007768. I'm going to order no contact with the complainants and restitution in each cause number with the complainant. Did you review trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do y'all need help? You got it? Thank you, counsel. Well, the only reason why is because the judge specifically asked that no one else signs their dismissal. Okay. All right. Arienta Dela Cruz, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Good afternoon. All right. My understanding is that there's a co-defendant in this case. So it is actually being transferred to the what court? So it automatically goes to the 399. So it probably would be best for you to go down there and see if they're giving you a setting so that you won't be surprised if there's a different setting or something. And that way you can have a setting that is agreeable to all of you. Yeah.
There's so much description in the case. I can't house. There's other people that the way it was indicted.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's probably best to go down there and see if they can give you a setting. And then that way your bondsman will know that you came to court today too.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, they'll do another one. Yeah. All right. You're welcome. All right.